about that and what you were doing, what muru-D was, and what what you were doing there.
Sure. So muru-D is an accelerator, startup accelerator, backed by Telstra. And what an accelerator is, we worked with early stage companies that were building a tech product that needed access to capital and resources and people.
So let me just stop you there and say, why did Telstra decide to do this in the first place? I'm just really interested.
Very good question. It was earlier days, so it started about 7, 8 or 9 years ago.
Okay.
Before there was a big startup community here yet. So they wanted to be the first and leading the charge and creating spaces for startups to get the help that they need, because being a founder, being a startup, doing it alone is hard enough.
Oh, yeah.
Doing it alone is even harder.
Yeah.
So Telstra had the foresight to create that kind of program. And I got to say something that's really interesting. So I mentioned the job description, filling my flip-flops, and then I get down here, I'm all settled in, and I read the job description that Telstra had written. It was a very different job description. The words.
So hang on, where was the first job description? How did you come across the sort of nice, warm, fuzzy one?
It was Annie Parker. She was told by someone, and I do this now too. Someone suggested to her, write a love letter to your replacement.
How gorgeous.
Isn't it? Right. And love is one of the SheEO Ventures, Yasmin from World's Biggest Garage Sale. Love needs to still be a part of business. So writing a love letter for your job hires is really reframes things. So that's how it was very different.
Right. So then you have a look at the Telstra one, which I guess is the official one. And it's all gobbledygook and long words and corporate speak, I imagine.
Yeah. But I was here. I had packed up and moved all down here, and I'm like, we're going to make this work. And I had a chance also to, again, that naivete, that not having the curse of knowledge. I'm going to bring play. Play is going to be part of my personality here. And I showed up at some of the leadership offsites with executive leaders from Telstra. And the offsite was fantastic. It was a Telstra leadership program, and we would have to read case studies and then share it back. And I chose, I'm like, let's do it differently. Let's do a human PowerPoint. So we would read the case study, and then we had someone narrate what we learned, and us, the remaining of the group, would make like the PowerPoint slide. Here you have a draft. And it was so funny, and go click, and we would make another scene. And I kept doing that in all my little groups until finally it got viral again, where one of the things we had to do a video, and there was one of the chief legal officer from Telstra was doing the Congo. And it was funny. The other people at the course were like, oh, we knew that Congo. That was you. That was your idea. And I'm like, it was not. So all I did was I opened the door for play and a safe space to do so, and breaking down a little bit of the old schoolness. Again, not having the curse of knowledge, not really everyone knowing me. Why not?
I just love it. I love the way that your life has kind of evolved so far. So muru-D was great. Was it great fun? I mean, did you really enjoy the time that you were working there?
I really enjoyed it. Even I learned from the founders. I learned about Australia. I learned about the corporate world, the players.
And you're still here, which is great.
Still here. I learned it's a small country. I learned even from the hard times, having to have those hard conversations and bringing, I don't know where the confidence came from, but stepping in and having those hard conversations, hiring and firing, disarming.
Yeah, nobody's favorite thing to do. Well, the hiring's probably all right. The firing's not so much fun.
No, and having those conversations and bringing in and letting go and trusting your team and trusting yourself. So yeah, it was great, really great fun, and my network has expanded.
That's fantastic. I would definitely encourage anyone watching to go and have a look at the muru-D course and see whether it's perfect for you. Okay, so one of the things that I like to talk about is that life, and certainly you've been demonstrating this, but I'm just going to see if you can pinpoint a couple of moments, but that life tends not to be like, when I'm a little girl, I want to be this when I grow up, and you have this nice straight line. And in your case, obviously, you've kind of left it up to the universe in some cases where you've just gone, come on, tell me what's coming next. So have you had moments in your career where you've thought at the time, oh my God, this could be a potential disaster, or I don't know what I'm going to do next?